Everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. This is probably the fifth or sixth time I've tried to record this video today. Just one of those days, y'all. Now it's thundering. I typically don't film in this room. The dog. There was obviously the thing this morning with the Zoom errors. There was a yard guy I didn't know was coming. So anyway, here I am. Just one of those days. So I hope you guys are doing well. I appreciate you all being good sports with me and going with the flow. So I just want to say that up front. I'll email you all. I just want to say thank you, and I truly apologize. This was not how I wanted to start the first day of activity, not at all. So I'm super bummed, but here we are. So I want to make sure to give you all activity for the day, and I'm still going to do the same lesson, everybody. So I'm still going to talk about core. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm just going to hop on into it so we have enough time for activity. And I hate that I didn't get to engage with you guys, online live today. So I was super bummed. So I truly apologize and just thank y'all for your patience and going with the flow with me. That's just life. Sometimes we have to go with the flow and pivot and do our best to keep a good attitude. Trust me, this morning I was not a happy camper at all. Not at all. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about core, and obviously if we were doing this online, face-to-face, I would ask you all to tell me, when you think about core, what do you typically think about? And typically I feel like people, when they think about core, they think about abs, right? The six-pack, the hot beach body, but core is truly so much more than that, and that's what I want to make sure to talk about with you all now and go over that before we kind of jump into it. Okay, so, well, first let me talk about, I would ask you, what do you think the core consists of? All right, and you all would hopefully answer me or put it in the chat. Okay, but since I'm just here talking to a camera, talking to you all, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you all know what the core does consist of. So yes, the core does consist of those front abs, the rectus abdominis, and I have a fun fact about that. I printed some pictures on the Zoom. I was gonna share a screen and show you all the pictures I had, but I just printed them so I can at least hold it up to the camera. Today's just a day, y'all. Okay, so our core does consist of that, but it also consists of our side obliques. All right, so we have internal and external, and then our core also consists of our lower back and also our glutes. Okay, so I have a picture here. I hope you all can see it. I know the lighting is not ideal right now and it's a little grainy, so I think you all can see that. Yes. Okay, so as you can see in this picture, they have the obliques, everything that's highlighted. These are core muscles. So glutes, all right, lower back, and then on this side we have our obliques, and then we have our abdominals. All right, so everything highlighted right there. Okay, and if we go a little bit deeper, all right, little anatomy lesson. Okay, but it's very important to just kind of keep these in mind. All right, so transverse abdominis is going to be these deep abdominal muscles, and then like I just said, we have internal obliques. So here, our sides are our obliques. We have internal and external muscles. All right, internal, external, and then we also have, like I was saying, the rectus abdominis. So this right here, which I will go into in a different picture. Okay, so this leads me to my fun fact. Okay, so here is the rectus abdominis. So when we think of abs, we typically think of, okay, we have one chunk, 2 chunk, 3 chunk, 4 chunk, 5 chunk, 6 chunks of abs, right? That's what we see when we see people, athletes, people who are really fit, who have very low body fat, right? We feel like, oh, here's an ab, here's an ab, here's an ab, here's an ab, here's an ab. Okay, but that's not true. Okay, so the reality is that the rectus abdominis, this is the hashtag fun fact. All right, the rectus abdominis is one vertical muscle, all right, on the right side of our body, and then another vertical muscle going down the left side of our body. All right, and this line right here, this is called the linea alba. All right, you don't have to know that. This is just anatomy, and to me it's interesting, fun facts, and just so you all know, just going throughout your life. All right, and then see these white lines going across the vertical ab? This is the rectus abdominis. All right, these lines are tendinous intersections. So these are fibrous bands that are cutting across the vertical abs that we have. Okay, so these are tendinous intersections, they're fibrous bands. Okay, so that's why when people have very, very, very low body fat, this is what we're really seeing. Okay, so it looks like it's cutting the ab, and that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hence the six pack. But the reality is that it's this and this, one chunk of ab right side, one chunk of ab left side, and then this down the middle, the linea alba. Okay, and then like I said, these fibrous bands that go across. All right, so that's what gives our abs, or those people who have very, very, very low body fat, it reveals this. So it looks like a washboard, right? It looks like a six pack. Okay, so just fun fact. I think it's cool because a lot of times people, you know, I was just thinking earlier today that, and even I still say this, so it's not, it doesn't really matter. It's just technically incorrect when even when I say it, oh, let's now work your lower abs. Okay, so we kind of think that, oh, we'd be working these two chunks. All right, but technically you're really working, right, the bottom portion of the right side and the bottom portion of the left side. But anyway, obviously that's too long to say, and it doesn't really matter. It is lower abs, but just not in the way that we have it in our mind. It's really this. So, and I still say it too, I'm sure, work your lower abs, so engage your lower abs. It's just normal, I have it. All right, so now that you know what our core consists of, like I said, lower back as well, side obliques and glutes. All right, so if you all think about it, I mean, just going back to this picture, right? This is a lot of our body. If you really think about it, this whole thing is our core muscles. So this is your kind of entire support system. It's your powerhouse. That's what I like to call our core. And your core muscles are the base of support for your entire body, right? So from here, well, first of all, this is wrapping around and supporting your spine, okay, and your pelvis area, okay, and then obviously this in with your glutes, connecting your upper body and your lower body. So I just kind of like to think of it as what I just showed you. Our core is our tree trunk, like if we were a tree, which obviously we're not, and we're more mobile than an actual tree trunk would be. But this is our good base, our support system, our powerhouse, and then that gives us the ability, these are our branches, our arms and our legs, all right, to move our branches in any which way we want to move them, okay? So just, I don't know if that helps anybody, just kind of think of, that's a huge portion, like I said, of our body. So this is like our base, our support system. It's so important to have a strong front of our core, back, glutes, okay? And then from there is, okay, we can do whatever we want to do with our arms, our legs, so they can do their thing any which way. All right, so let's see here. Okay, yep, so I wanted to make sure to say this. If we have a strong core, it improves our posture. So I don't know if anyone ever did dance, gymnastics. I feel like that was drilled into me when I was younger to have good posture, you know, shoulders back and down. Always, I say this in class too, but like you have an invisible string attached to your head to the ceiling, and so we're not like this. We're lifted, good posture. It's one, good for confidence, and two, it's good because slouching, if we're like this over time, it's really not good for our body, for our frame. All right, so we have a strong core, it improves that posture. And a strong core also enhances balance and stability, which of course is important for everyday tasks that we don't even think about, right? Because we are young. Well, I'm old enough to be your mother. which blows my mind. But I know when I was y'all's age, I didn't think I was going to get older. And typically that's the case. Oh, I'm not going to get older. It's never going to happen to me. But it will. All right. I don't know if y'all can see in the light, but if you see, I'll point out my own gray / silver hairs that I'm in too much of denial to die. Maybe in a few years, but you are going to get older, and the stuff that we, even, you know, your age group, my age group, we take for granted, like getting out of bed or getting out of a chair or walking or reaching for something on a shelf or picking up something from the ground. Our core is involved, vacuuming, gardening, so many everyday tasks that, like I said, we may not think about because we take it for granted. It's easy for us, but maybe for someone older, 70 isn't old to me now, but 70, 80, 90, that is more difficult for them. So, and I always want you all to be good, not just now, not just in college, not when you graduate, but as you get older, that you're making sure that your body is good as you age. We want it to be in the best condition it can be as you go along throughout your life. Okay, so balance and stability, like I was just saying, as you get older, becomes more and more important. We want to be able to have balance, stability. I can't remember the percentage, but I know there's a very high percentage of older adults who fall, right? So we need to have a good base, right? So we can catch our balance, or we're able to just be stable as we walk, as we get older, right? The stuff we take for granted now. Okay, also, obviously we use our core for all kinds of sports, right? If you paddleboard, you're using your core. If you play soccer, if you dance, gymnastics, seriously, pretty much any kind of activity, your core is going to be involved and you're using it. Lifting weights, body weight, any type of activity. Okay, so we talked about stability. And also, you all, I just want to say quickly about lower back pain. So I know this is not the only reason that people have lower back pain, but it could potentially be a reason. Is if, say, I have lower back pain, which thankfully I don't, but maybe you have had lower back pain or someone you know has lower back pain, then it could be that they don't have a strong core. They have weak core muscles in the front. I know this is part of our core, but okay, so the opposing muscle group, which would be our lower back, this opposing muscle group is going to have to pick up the slack, right? So that makes sense, right? This muscle is going to compensate for what this can't handle, or it's weak, it's not as strong. So your lower back is going to be screaming like, help me, like I need help. I don't have the core to support me. So it puts a strain on your lower back, and then obviously over time it's going to start to strain your lower back, and then people can feel the pain. Obviously, like I just said, only one potential reason. So just keep that in mind. We want to make sure that we're balanced. I just want to say this too, in everything we do, is that opposing muscle groups, so this is the interior of our body, the front, and then the back is the posterior of our body. So if I'm working biceps, all right, then make sure that you're not neglecting to work your triceps. So the opposing muscle group, make sure you're working both. And then whenever you're doing, like we said, core, don't forget about the other portion of your core, your lower back. It needs to be worked. Don't neglect it, right? We need to have a balance, all right? Same thing with your quads, the front of your thighs, work those, but then don't forget to work your hamstrings, the back of the thigh. So y'all see what I'm saying, anterior, posterior, and also I want to say this, chest, all right, males and females, my guys, my ladies, we all have pectoralis major, so the large chest muscle group, okay? Ladies, please don't neglect working your chest, push-ups, chest press, chest flies. There's lots of ways to work your chest. It's still important, but I just say this typically to my guys, because guys, not always, but they typically tend to work their chest more, their chest heavy, they want to have a good chest. That's fine, great, do your thing, but just make sure that you don't forget about your upper back, okay, the opposing muscle group. So we're always working the opposing muscle work, bicep, tricep, chest, upper back, like I said, quad, hamstring, front of the core, abs, the back side of the core, lower back. Okay, so you all get the picture, but just so we can be balanced and strong. Okay, And just one last quick thing that I always say, and I have a note, but it's true. I know a lot of people do think about that six pack, a hot beach body, but just make sure that you remember that yes, abs, okay, so abs are made in the gym, but they're revealed, get my picture, in the kitchen, okay? So I could do all the core I want, all the cardio, all the activity, on and on and on, but if my nutrition isn't on point, I'm not saying perfect, I'm just saying if my nutrition isn't up to par and on point, my hydration, my sleep recovery, nutrition, how I'm fueling my body, then my abs that I have aren't going to be revealed, okay? And then of course the people you see that have the six pack, the washboard, right? Then that more than likely means their nutrition is, I mean, on point, on point, on point. Okay, so just think about like an Olympic athlete. Just those are what always come to mind for me is I would think their nutrition is so on point. So obviously they work hard, they do whatever sport they do, they have a good core, strong core, and then we can see this, okay, because they have very low body fat and their nutrition is on point. So this is how your abs are revealed. So just keep that in mind. Abs are made in the gym, but they're revealed in the kitchen. All right. Okay. So I hope that wasn't boring for you all. I hope that resonated. So just want to make sure that we yep, if you want a six pack or if you want definition, that's great, go for it. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not saying it's bad, not at all, but I just hope that that becomes the focus, like this much, and then this much of the focus is, do I have a strong core? Am I stable? Am I obviously feeling good? But just keep what I just talked about, everything as more important focus than, oh, a hot beach bod, oh, a six pack, okay? So I hope you all get what I'm saying. I'm sure you do. All right, so if we could just go ahead, we'll get into some activity here. All right, so if we could just put our hands on our stomach, and you can do this laying down as well, all right? But just put your hand, we might do that in a second, but just put your hands on your stomach here, and just kind of your middle fingers are on your belly button, all right? And then I'm doing it with you, so just expand your stomach. All right, so just let it go out and then feel your belly button and just do like a little zip. Your belly button goes toward your spine. You're not sucking in. That's not what I'm telling you to do. That's ridiculous. It's just the slightest movement of I'm here, like just let it all hang out. All right, and then I just like little zip. My belly button is coming more towards my spine. All right, so we want to be here before we even do a crunch or before we even do a plank, before we do our core activities. Y'all, I do a ton of standing core, ton of standing core. I do a lot on the ground, but to be honest, it's not that much. But it's always here first, and then we do our core. Okay, we want to feel this. It's kind of like I say, if you're in a boxing class and it's like the punching and oh, somebody's gonna punch you in the stomach, and then you brace for it, right? You're just hanging out la-di-da, and then boom, oh, your stomach automatically goes, oh, okay, like to brace for it. So that's how you want to be. And I always use the word engaged. You'll probably hear me say it 3,000 times. Your core is that kind of engaged, and then we go. Okay, so just want to say that. If you ever just want to lay in bed and do it or lay on the ground just so you can feel the difference, just do that expand and that just pull in. And obviously when we're doing standing abs, good posture, like I said, sometimes I even catch myself like this, or, well, I'll just say this too, because a lot of us are stressed, our jaws are clenched as well. That doesn't have anything to do with core, but just a point. Just sometimes check in with yourself and release your shoulders, unclench your jaw. Okay, invisible string. Okay, so let's come on and do a little warm up. All right, so whenever we do any kind of activity, it's so important that you guys are warming up. Even if you just want to do a core workout, all right, don't just go from your bed to straight on the ground and doing core, all right? Your body's going to be like, whoa, hello. And obviously you can still do it, but one, your muscles are going to fatigue more quickly, and two, I mean, it's so important that we get our blood flowing, our body gets prepared, it knows activity is coming, whatever that is. We get our heart rate up a little bit. So we're just going to do a quick warm up. I'm not going to do a long one today, but just please know that even if, say, one day you wake up and you're feeling like, I want to do some core, then just please do a quick warm up. Do it on your own. There are YouTube videos about warming up so your body is good, and then you can get into your core. All right, so I just want to stress that. I feel like a lot of people do just go from cold to hot. All of a sudden their muscles are working and your body is just thinking, like, no, I'm not prepared yet. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So we are going to do a quick warm up. So, all right, if we could stand up for me. I hope you have some space. I know I'm off center here, but like I said, typically this isn't where I do this, so it just is what it is today. Just one of those days, like I said. Okay, so let's just do a quick jog. If you need to shake anything out, get any stagnant energy out, go ahead. If not, just give me a nice jog. Or if you have some space, if you want to jog up and back, totally up to you. Just get that body warmed up, blood flowing. Get our hearts going a little bit. All right, now we'll just go here. Just give me, if you want to do regular jumping jacks, totally fine, but let's just stay here just for now. Just warming up. I'm sure our bodies need to move. Mine does. I haven't been moving as much because of, obviously, everything going on. I'm sure y'all too, with all this online. Okay, now just give me a twist. So core is engaged, but just twist side to side, getting the core warmed up. And our lower back. Okay, good. And then if we just come here, take our arms out to the front, and then just give me a nice twist to the back. Just a good flow, but nice and slow and controlled. Just opening up the chest, getting that core involved, right? And in our lower back as well. All right, great, y'all. So let's just come onto the ground, and we're just gonna come into tabletop position, and just make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, okay? And then that we're parallel to the ground. And maybe, more than likely, most of us have done this before, maybe some have not, but let's just go ahead and do that cat-cow. So we're just gonna lift our spine towards the ceiling. Big inhale. And as we exhale, we're just gonna lower our core to the floor here. Get a nice stretch in the front of the abs. And if it feels good to move around, y'all, move around. If not, just stay where you are. Just sometimes our body calls for different things each day, and just go with it. Just move around, only if you want. Okay, and big inhale. Reach that spine towards the ceiling. If this feels good to move around, if not, no worries. And exhale. Just getting a nice stretch in the front side of the body here. All right, one more for me. Big inhale. And exhale. Release it out. Nice stretch. All right, nice, y'all. At least the body's a little warmed up, ready to go. Okay. All right, y'all. So if we could just stay here for me, and we're just gonna extend our right leg. All right, and just make sure that your hips stay parallel to the floor. I know even sometimes when I'm on my other side, my left leg, this is more awkward for me when I show you, and sometimes I feel myself like this. So just make sure you just check yourself, your hips stay parallel to the floor. Let's flex our foot, all right? And then I want you all to, well, let's just go ahead and start with the leg. All right, we'll raise our leg, so activate. I just fell, but activate your glutes, right? Okay, it's fine if you fall, right? All right, so activate those glutes. Okay, hips, not here, parallel, core is engaged, right? Belly button is pulled in. All right, and I know you have to look at me, but after you know what's going on, just make sure you keep your head neutral. I know I keep looking at the camera for you all. All right, and then when we can, just take that opposite arm, the left, okay? And then we're just gonna lift it, and then just give me a nice hold. So still breathing, engaging your core, your glutes. Hopefully you feel it. I don't know about you, but I already feel my glutes. So a nice hold, and just lower it down. And we're just gonna do 2 more of those, okay? All right, and nice, slow and controlled lift. If you fall out of it, no worries, get right back up. Does not matter. Core is engaged. Activate those glutes. You don't have to have your leg way up here, just right in line with your back. And give me a lower, and a pause, and we'll go back up again. Make sure you're breathing. Never forget to breathe with your core. All right, that's huge. A ton of people always hold their breath. All right, this is not good. All right, and give me a lower. Okay, we're gonna do the other side, obviously. Okay, foot flex. Make sure we keep those hips parallel. All right, hands underneath shoulder. And since you know what's going on, head's neutral. And here we go. Let's just lift the leg first. All right, core is engaged, back is flat. Squeezing, activating that glute. And let's lift the right arm. This side for me is a little wobbly, all right? My dominant side is my right, so when I'm ever on my left, it's a little more tough for me. It's typically the same for everyone. We have a stronger side. Okay, and lower. So if it's you, it's normal, depending on what your dominant side is. All right, and let's lift again. And lower. All right, one more time. Everything engaged, activated. Everything is intentional. And lower. All right, great job, y'all. Okay, push it back into child's pose just for a second. You know, get a good stretch. If this is too much for you, all right, just put your toes together and widen your knees. And then sit back, your hips towards your feet, towards your heels. Get a nice stretch just for a second, and why not? I'm sure we all need it. And if it feels good to move, if not, just stay in the center. All right, good, y'all. So let's come back up here, and I just want to do a little, let's do 3 or 4 of them, bear crawl holds. All right, some of you may have done these before, some not, okay? But we're just gonna flex our feet, keep everything tabletop. Obviously, core pulled in, back is flat, okay? So we're just gonna lift our knees off of the ground just the tiniest bit. All right, so I'm not way up here. It just goes from the floor, maybe an inch or 2. All right, so let's just hold that, but you're engaging your core. Focus your mind to your core. Just hold this, breathing. I can feel it in my arms as well. And lower. All right, we'll do maybe 2 or 3 more. All right, here we go. And lifting just slightly. Keep your head neutral after you check out what's going on. Really engage that belly button. Breathing. You got it. And lower. Obviously, you're going to feel it in your arms too. All right, here we go. Bear crawl. Lift. Engaged. Really feel that core. And lower. All right, just 1 more of these. All right, here we go. Last time. Ready? Here, belly button, and lift. Breathing. And lower. Great, y'all. All right, so let's come down onto our stomach here. Okay, so this is prone position. Just FYI, if you're prone, your stomach is on the ground, and if you ever hear supine position, that means up. And the way I used to remember it when I was in undergrad, getting my bachelor's in exercise science, and it helped me obviously keep it all these years, is supine. It's like a bowl of soup, faces up, right? So supine meaning you would be obviously on your back, supine position, okay, because a bowl of soup is facing up. All right, if that helps you. So if you ever hear prone position, just know that it's the opposite. You're on your stomach, supine position, bowl of soup faces up, so you are facing up, okay? Just another fun fact. Okay, so lay down on the ground for me, and we're just gonna do some exercises for the lower back. There's actually a lot you can do for the lower back as far as body weight goes. So throughout the semester, I'm sure we'll work on it, all of my classes. Okay, so just hands out to the side here, okay? I'm not gonna do the full out Superman right now, but if you've heard or ever done Superman, just keep your head and neck aligned, all right? And then we're just gonna lift everything. So lifting our chest, glutes are engaged, lift your legs, okay? Keeping your head and spine neutral and lower. Okay, let's do this for 30 seconds. I'm gonna time us, right? So just go at your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace. We're just gonna be lifting. Let's go as of right now. So we're just gonna lift and lower. So inhale and exhale. Engaging and release. Hopefully you should feel your lower back, your glutes. So let's just go for 30 seconds. Go at your own pace. All right. Okay. We're going to do it again for 30 seconds. Just want to make sure that we get our lower back in today, that part of the core. So important, so important to have a strong lower back too. All right. All right, everybody ready? Here we go, 30 seconds. Same thing, go at your own pace, breathing. Slow and controlled too, though. Not like flailing around, okay? Most of the time it's better if we're intentional about our movement. We should think about the quality of our movement as opposed to quantity. So I'd rather you all have good quality of movement than quantity, and the quality is not good. All right, somehow we went over, but that's okay. Okay. All right, now y'all, we're gonna do lower back still, but we're gonna just switch it up for a second. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing we did in tabletop, but we're gonna do opposite arm, opposite leg, the same. All right, so obviously we're in prone position, laying on our stomach. Okay, so we're here, and then we're just gonna head neutral. We're just gonna lift and lower, and we're gonna stay on right leg, left arm, right? So it's a little lift. I'm not like this, all right? Just this hand on the ground, and you're just lower and lift, lower and lift, okay? And then we'll switch and do the other side 30 seconds. All right, so here we go. Everything lengthened, fingertips stretching towards the wall, toes, energy shooting out your toes to the other wall. And here we go, head neutral, looking towards the ground, and just lift and lower at your own pace. And exhale as you lower. Inhale and exhale. You should be feeling this in your lower back and maybe your glutes as well. I'm definitely feeling my lower back. And one more here. All right, good. Okay, let's just do that other side. 30 seconds, right? So right now I'm gonna do my right arm, left leg. Same thing, go at your own pace. And inhale and exhale. Keeping that other arm on the ground. All right, 10 seconds. And lower. Okay, nice. Go ahead, go through tabletop, and let's push it back into child's pose. So here, or like I said before, if it feels more comfortable for you to put those feet together, your toes, and your knees more wide, and push it back. So just give your lower back a stretch here. Really try to reach those fingertips towards the wall. And only if it feels good. If you want to sway, if it doesn't feel good, just stay in the middle here. All right, let's do a big inhale and exhale. Really let it out. Big inhale and open your mouth. Exhale. All right, let's roll up to tabletop here. Great job, everybody. Okay, so let's just come up and stand. No fancy transition. Okay. All right, actually, I'm going to switch it up. All right, so let's just do a standing core very quickly. All right, so we're just going to do single knee pull-ups and just the same thing. Just make sure that good posture, invisible string, and that your belly button is pulled in, core is engaged. All right, so we're just going to be here, lifting your arms, I know you can't fully see me, to the ceiling, and take your right leg, all right, and we're just going to pull it in and lower, okay? So I'm not like this, okay? I'm lifted, and my knee is pulling towards my hands, okay? So you should feel it in the front. You should feel it a little bit too in your side oblique. And we're going to do 30 seconds. All right, here we go. So good posture, staying there. So nothing is moving. This is not moving, just my arms, and my knee is coming to meet my hands, and my core is nice and tight. And exhale as your knee pulls in. And inhale as you lift your arms. And exhale, exhale, exhale. Nice. Okay, so we're going to do the other side. Okay, same thing. Just be intentional about it, okay? All right, here we go. Arms up, get ready. Nothing else moves. And let's bring that left knee towards our hand. Really focus that mind to muscle connection. So your brain really thinking about tightening the core. Exhale. 2 more. All right, great job. Okay, I just wanted to at least do, well, we'll do it one more time. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. I at least want to do one standing core exercise with y'all. There's many. Okay, we can do, I have a Rolodex of body weight. Okay, but one more time, we'll do 30, 30. Okay, we ready? Here we go, breathing and intentional about the movement. I can feel it, so I hope you can. Exhale. and nice. All right, just reset, and let's do that other side. And here we go. Make sure you're not too shifting. All right, try to stay in the center. You're gonna shift obviously a little bit, but this side's a little more awkward for me because, like I said, my left side, I'm not as balanced, as strong on my left, but that's normal. And one more here. All right, nice, y'all. Okay, so let's come to the back of our mat. And my head's cut up a little bit here, but it is what it is today. All right, so if you can, come to the back of your mat or wherever you may be. Let's do a big inhale. Really reach your fingers to the sky. And just go ahead and fold over. So you're going to be flat back. If your knees are bent, that's fine when you hit the ground. Obviously, I'm short and I have good hamstring, the back of the leg flexibility. So I'm right here, y'all, to the ground, okay? It's right here for me, all right? Most of my students are taller than me. So if your knees are bent when you're walking out, that's absolutely fine, okay? All right, so big inhale, reach, and exhale, flat back, and keep your legs straight or bend them, totally fine, walking out to plank position, okay? Here, regular, or here, you are absolutely working either way, all right? Your core is engaged, your back is flat, okay? Your wrists, again, are underneath your shoulder, and your glutes are also activated. Same here, you're still working, absolutely. Okay, holding just for a second, breathe in, and exhale. Okay, walking our hands back, nice and slow. Your knees are bent, totally fine. Let's roll it up slowly. Big inhale, and we go back down. Exhale, flat back. Nice and slow at your own pace, walking it out. Okay, here or here. Just holding. Just make sure, y'all, that if I'm like this, am I working my core? If I'm like this, am I working my core? Nope. You might as well not be doing it. If you are here or here, then that means that you need to first go here until you can get stronger, until you can be here. All right, this or this is not doing any good for you. All right, so here we go. You got it. Breathing, little hold. I know you guys have been holding. Okay, walk it back towards your feet. All right, nice and slow. Roll it up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. All right, big inhale. We go back down one more time. Really stretch towards the ceiling. Flat back. And we lower. And we walk it back out. Nice and gentle. Okay. Holding. Gazing towards the ground. Neck. Okay, and make sure your shoulders aren't here. Keep them down and back. All right. And a breath. Good. All right, walk it back towards your feet, your hands, and nice and slow, roll it up. All right, big inhale and exhale. All right, nice job, y'all. Okay, let's come to the back, not the back. Okay, now we're going to be in supine position. Okay. Okay, so we are going onto our back. That's what I wanted to say. So we'll go onto our backs here. All right, we'll do a few crunches. I'm personally not a huge fan of crunches, but anyway, I won't get into that. Okay, maybe for another time. Okay, so here we are lying flat on our back. Just make sure your back is flat. You're not super arched. All right, and again, let's just expand our belly. So we're going to expand, breathe out. And pull that belly button in towards the spine. Just hold it for a second so you can feel that engagement more. And exhale. Let it go. If you want to expand again or you just want to relax it. And then when you're ready, just pull that belly button in towards the spine. All right, and then hands behind the head. All right, so make sure we're not like this. Some people, they're hanging on their neck for dear life. That's not good for your neck. Okay, we want to make sure our chest is open. All right, hands are just lightly touching our head or our neck. Okay, and so right, core is engaged. That brace, and then we're going to crunch. Okay, and lower gently and crunch. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and time us. Okay, here we go. And exhale as you lift, and inhale as you lower. Exhale and inhale. Okay, so I'm not here and here and here and here, right? This stays engaged, and then I crunch. And it doesn't matter how high you lift. If you're like this, okay, don't pull on your neck. Just however high you can go without pulling on your neck. Totally fine. You are definitely working those front abs. And of course, we're over 30 seconds, so just lay it back down for me. We'll do it one more time, everybody. Let me check my time. All right. Okay, so brace for that punch, belly button pulled in. Okay, feel it. And here we go. Crunch, exhale, and inhale. Little pause at the top, nice and slow, intentional. You're not pulling on your neck, nice and light. And one more. And lower. Nice job. Okay, so before we go, everybody, we're at 47. All right, so let's do our side obliques, all right, just to do those for today. So just lay on your side here. I know my mats are a little wonky looking on camera. Okay, so we're here. Just make sure always so your elbows underneath your shoulder, and let's start here. All right, so we're gonna have one of our knees bent, and then you can use this hand if you would like, and we're just gonna lift. All right, so lifting that side oblique. I'm not like this, chilling. All right, this is pulled. I'm braced for that punch still. This is pulled up in the air. Okay, legs extended. Whatever you want to do with your arms, here, totally fine. All right, let's hold this for 30 seconds. So obviously the point being we're really engaging that side oblique. Okay. And then if you want, whatever you're feeling today, okay, if you wanted to then take that bottom leg and then your front leg is in front, kind of crisscrossed, or if you're feeling rock star, you can always stack your feet, but I'm not here. Just make sure if you stack, you're lifted. All right, and wherever you are, lower. Okay, let's go to that other side. I know we're all at different stages, okay? So wherever you are, I always say this a million times throughout the semester too, but you are working. As long as you have proper form, you're not just chilling at the beach. You're working, all right? Whether you're modifying or I always give progressions as well. So here we go, other side, elbow stacked underneath the shoulder. Let's begin on our knee. And if you need to adjust, just make sure, again, well, I'm in an awkward position there with the papers, but side oblique is lifted. We're not sagged. This isn't doing anything for me. We're here, okay? If you want to look up at your hands, if you want to just look out to the front, all right? And then if you want to put that bottom foot behind you or stack it, just this is engaged the whole time and lifted. And lower. Nice. I guess those 30 seconds fly by when I'm talking. All right, let's do it one more time on each side, everybody. Okay, and obviously then from the side oblique, there's so many variations you can do with body weight, dips, twists, a lot of standing stuff, but just for now, I just wanted to go over the more foundational things. All right, here we go. We ready? Whatever position you want. In lifting, belly buttons pulled in. Feeling nice and strong, I hope. I always like working side obliques, but that's just me. I know we all have different preferences. 10 seconds, you got it. If you want to be here and lift your leg, hip level, that's a variation. Not like this, all right? Just hip level. Keeping lifting your side. Good, and lower. Okay, I like that variation a lot, actually. Okay, so other side last time. Everyone ready? Let's get set up here. And lifting. And if you like, go ahead, lift just hip level, flexing that foot, keeping your side oblique up, and breathing. Or if you're here. 10 seconds, you got it. And lower. All right, great job, everybody. All right, so we're at 51, so I'm gonna end the video in a minute so I don't go too over. So let's just come back to that tabletop position, everybody, and I'm not gonna cool you down like I normally would, but here we go. Anyway, at least something. All right, so again, really lifting that spine towards the ceiling. Big inhale. And exhale. Releasing, stretching out the front of the abs. And big inhale. Reach that spine towards the ceiling again. And exhale, release. Feeling the stretch in the rectus abdominis, right? One more time, big inhale. And exhale. All right, and come back to neutral. Okay. Whew. All right, what a day. But thankfully I got the video recorded, and I know I did talk a lot in the beginning, you all, so my thought process is to do another core this Wednesday, to where obviously I wouldn't have to talk about the core because I already did today, but truly I didn't just want to hop into core and just like Cirque du Soleil core. Just I wanted to make sure we had the talking about it, what you need to know, the most important things, and then more foundational things, and then right, we always build from there. Okay, so if today was a little more slow, I totally am aware of that. I should have said that in the beginning, but just basics, foundation stuff is so important. All right, so I'm going to sign off here just for time's sake. This says on my camera 53:20, so I will email you all what we're going to do for Wednesday, but more than likely just more of a warm-up and a core session. All right, so all right, y'all have a great day. Thank you so much again for just your patience, and because I know you all had planned 8 a.m. class, 12 p.m., so just thank you again, and hopefully it never happens again, but at least now I'll be prepared and it will be on my radar, like I said before. Okay, so have a great day. From here, make sure that you just keep this momentum going. I hope you feel better than you did before you started, so meaning this, typically when I work out, it's like, I feel like, yes, all right, it gives me that momentum to drink more water, eat healthier, right? Do whatever you need to do for your mental health. So just try to, hopefully you feel better, keep that momentum going, at least for some of the day. I'm not saying it has to be the entire day. So do something good for yourself, drink some water, feel good, with nutrition. If you need to do anything for your mental health, please do that. Take the time, even if it's 5 minutes. All right. All right. I will talk to y'all soon in email, and thank you for working out with me for today, August 24th. All right, y'all. I will see you later. Bye.